Do you remember back in 2009 when all of these games kept pushing for the best graphics? And then Minecraft comes along and it's just blocks. And it slaps every other game to pieces? Yep, that's Minecraft. And 16 years later, it's still a bunch of blocks. Which, dang, it's celebrating a sweet 16. Good for ya! I got the itch to play it recently. And I've actually played it before on this channel. It was 10 years ago. Which, damn, I've been doing this for a while. A decade is a hell of a long time. I was kind of figuring out how this whole thing works back then. And based on my view counts, I still am. But regardless of all that, I had the itch to play. And I needed a mission to complete. Like, I could just goof off and do whatever in Minecraft, which is what most people usually do. If you want to craft a full life model of your life falling apart, go ahead and do it. But I recall I don't want to suck at video games anymore. Or maybe suck less. I don't really have high expectations for myself after this decade. So you might be wondering if I got my itch to play Minecraft because the movie just came out. I don't know, to be honest. Maybe subconsciously, yes. To be honest, I thought the movie would be terrible. The reviews are actually pretty good. It's making a lot of money. Honestly, the thing that's terrible is the people watching it. But that's also not a surprise because a lot of people are terrible. Just kind of society we live in.
We live in a society.
So yeah, let's go play some Minecraft. A relaxing game that is quite loved and oversaturated. Like, really oversaturated. Here on YouTube. And we needed the objective to complete in this game. Something to document. So how about attempting to beat the Ender Dragon? The Ender Dragon is a flying dragon found at the end. It is the ipso facto boss of Minecraft, giving players an objective to target and defeat. It wasn't even in the game at first launch. It was added afterwards in the Beta 1.9 pre-release 6 update. Now I beat this guy a few times on a team, but never on my own. So I decided I'll strive for it. I will beat the Ender Dragon in Minecraft on my own. It is the next step in getting better at video games. And with all that stated, let's begin our journey. We are loading into our first Minecraft world here. Oh, here we go. Taking a bit of a while to load, it seems. We can see the caves, that's pretty cool. I figured being it's just blocks, why is it taking so long? Where am I, anyways? Looks like am I part of the cave? Wait a second. Where the hell? Well, what the fuck? Alright, this world seems better. Now we can begin our adventure. And I have to be honest, the start of a Minecraft world is rather boring. You chop down the tree to get some wood, get the crafting table, make some tools, mine some stone, make a furnace, realize achievements are more delayed than Metroid Prime 4 is, or now was, get some wood for charcoal, realize there is coal on the other side of the lake, so that was pointless, kill some cows for beef, make some torches, plant these things, get the hoe achievement well after I crafted it, and I'm out of breath. Okay, that was a long sentence. We do need some material though. So if I'm out of breath, why not go to a place where it's hard to breathe? The mines. I found some coal and iron, so that's a good start. But then it led me to this underground lake. Like seriously, this thing was huge. I somehow made it even harder for me to breathe.
What kind of place is this?
So that's not good. I was hoping to mine down and find a cave where I can get iron and coal and all those good materials. And not drown my sorrows away by actually drowning. So time to do it again. The problem is I'm out of wood. And the other problem is it's nighttime. And the third problem is I'm a little bitch.
Twinkle, twinkle, little bitch.
By the way, if you're having a bad day and want a laugh to cheer you up, feel free to read the comments in this video. They are something. If more of the way you like to go about that is staying down to the dumps, feel free to listen to this song. It will definitely get the job done. Going back to the gameplay, we have some examples here. Like here's the swamp monster from Atlantis. It's really scary. So I hid for the night. Which I think this is a great time to explain I'm not good at this game. I haven't played it in years and forgot many of the best tactics, nor know what is new to this game. Which new is a loose term for me, as I think Atlantis dudes were like added to the game years ago, and I don't recall them. And they got like tridents now, which I don't want up my behind. I showed a chart on the screen when they were added in, so wow, that was really long ago. So yes, don't get mad at me if you see dozens of mistakes in my Minecraft gameplay. I don't want to master the game, I just don't want to suck at it. But I guess I got some courage here as I ran out to get a block of wood. A block. That courage was about as minimal as any hope any of us currently have. But yeah, let me get back to mining, which worked as I kept digging down and I found this massive cavern. That was cool as hell, and it would have some good materials here, like there's iron right in front of me at the base of these stairs. It also appears that Lindsay Lohan from her special years was there to greet me. But it was a massive area. I would need to come prepared to explore this area. So I made a bed, very much needed, as also in real life too. I'm tired as hell and kind of want to take a snooze. And I guess the game never heard of day sleeping. Which, I mean, come on now, if you go to like any classroom anywhere, you will find at least one student knocked out cold. Oh yeah, this merchant showed up. I decided to nickname him Cum Enjoyer because, really for no other reason, I just want to do a stupid, dirty nickname. This starting world is great too, as there are so many sources of food outside my base camp. Although I ain't killing Mary Had a Little Lamb right here. I'm not doing that, I'm not that much of a monster. But, I'll be honest, the next 2 hours were a bit dull. It was basically just me getting resources from the overworld and the mines, so I'm all set up. Look, I won't try to make everyone way too bored here, so I won't show much of that. But I do gotta comment that this version of Minecraft plays really clunky. For a game that is just blocks and should run smooth, and despite them trying to make it feel better and should be more robust, it just did not run as smoothly at times. I heard that the Xbox edition, this is the Xbox edition, just isn't as good as the computer one. I will say that is true after me playing through all this. As for my mission, I was making good progress, but I needed diamonds.
We're like diamonds in the sky.
Diamonds are one of the rarest materials to find. Or maybe that's changed in the last 10 years of Minecraft. I don't know, I assume it's still one of the rarest. It is an extremely strong and robust material. So robust, it can mine obsidian and help create the portal to the Nether. I am pretty sure there are other ways to create the portal to the Nether, but this one works and I'm too lazy to Google a new way to do it. And it also allows me to explore this dope-ass mine. I mean, look at this place. It seems like I found a lush cave biome. And it is gorgeous. I have a stiffy by just standing in it. And it is probably the right height for diamonds too. So off I went to look for some. They had a massive slime down here. The clunkiness of the game I mentioned before did annoy me when I was looking for it. Or perhaps my stiffy threw off my weight distribution. Maybe it's not that one. I mean, who am I kidding? It's barely noticeable even when it's hard. I knew I was close though. I knew I was on the right tracks. Those diamonds would be mine. And I was right. There was a diamond. Yeah! A whole stinking diamond. Which means I wanted to be able to buy a D-level prostitute. So I ran back to get some food. I was pretty hungry. And back to the mines we go. And boom, we found another. Yeah! Being guarded by a Snooki or some shit. It's another single block, so I can only upgrade to a C-level prostitute. But we take those. I ended up going back to the starting area to start exploring other parts of the mine, and I realized I had passed some on the way back. Yeah. Probably explored these mines for an extra 30 minutes when it was right here. Yeah. Nice going, me. Really didn't deserve that milkshake I was enjoying when playing this. But we do have 5 diamonds. That will be good enough for now. So what should I do next? I guess I can explore.
I'm going on an adventure!
So before we explore, let's make some exploring stuff. I made a compass to point me in the direction I need to go, which I don't know where I need to go. I made some buckets in case I gotta pee and poop on my journey. I turned the compass into a map, which I didn't realize I was supposed to do. And, yeah, pretty much I ran off the map instantly. It kind of covers a very small area in this world, so that thing was useless. But off I went, and I immediately found this really cool ravine. And you can, like, take down the water and stuff and explore this area. There's a lot of coal down there. And this is the point where my extremely tiny brain surprisingly remembered I'm supposed to be fighting the Ender Dragon in this video. And not to be goofing off. So back up I went. Oh, hi, Piggy. I went back home and went to bed after a good day of venturing where I accomplished nothing. Raise your hand if you too accomplished nothing today. Oh, wow, it's almost all of you guys. The next day I had to put a little bit more effort into exploring, and I immediately found a almost complete Nether portal. Which, yeah, I do gotta go there.
This is hell, and I am the devil.
One of the biggest steps in defeating the Ender Dragon is going to the Nether. It is basically the underworld or hell in Minecraft. It is home to some of the enemies I got to kill and loot to get all the essential material. You need to create a structure 3x2 of obsidian, and then you light the middle of it with flint and steel. And remember those diamonds I got like a few minutes ago? Yeah, now I can mine obsidian with ease. As mentioned too, there probably is a better way to do it, but I don't know it, I just know I gotta mine obsidian. And I already have a good start here. Look, I mean, if you're watching this, if you think this is like professional at all, it's not. It's as far away professional as Steven's goal is from being a healthy weight. I mean, every time the guy takes a step, it creates a small earthquake. To get obsidian, the best way is to pour water over a lava pool and turn the entire thing into it. You then mine it with your diamond pickaxe and there you go. So off to the mines I go. I bet I can find one real quick.
1 hour later.
This took longer than expected. Let's recap this real quick. I found my first Enderman, which we're gonna need to get to that lanky turtle later in this video. I also found some more diamonds right at the start of my cave. So you might recall that chapter 2 part of finding diamonds. Yeah, that was kind of pointless. I ended up finding 3 lava waterfalls. I don't know what they're called. But I mined around them really carefully so I could pour water on it and get like that 1 obsidian block. And then I realized if I just kept going down, there was an entire lava source, an entire lava pool I could have just, used. Which is like all of like a minute walk away from the start of my cave. I probably would have found it in like 3 minutes if I just thought of that. So that was a big waste of time. It's about as much of a waste of time as it is watching that Winnie the Pooh horror movie. You may recall from the past I made it 15 minutes of that movie and it felt like an eternity. Oh, and in making a path to the lava pool, I found more diamonds. Yeah! You truly do always find the things you are looking for at the times you are not looking for them. So I made a diamond pickaxe, mined some obsidian, ran over to the portal, realized I needed more as there were some fake pieces here, realized that there was lava right next to the portal and finding in the cave was actually pointless, run back to get my pickaxe and kill some animals on the way because right now I am more pissed off than a golden shower lover is pissed on. But yeah, I eventually do light the portal and head off to hell. I am not surprised that hell is playing a Call of Duty match. So what do we have to do here?
Hey! Where did you get those clothes? At the toilet store?
There are 2 enemies you need to hunt and gather loot from in order to get to the end, where the Ender Dragon resides. Endermen, which I mentioned I saw earlier, but I'll get to them later on. But let's start right now with Blaze. They are these yellow rod-looking things that shoot fire at you and they're found in nether fortresses. They're pretty easy to farm too, as there's a spawner right in the fortress, so there's always just more Blaze to kill and loot. So the main goal right now is to find a nether fortress, which fucking sucked. I figured if I just wandered around the nether long enough I would find one, although as soon as I got to the nether, I immediately got scared and wanted out. Fuck. I bail myself out of this and do eventually leave and realize I gotta think of a good strategy. So the next day, I fixed my sensitivity. Yeah, if you were watching this gameplay for the last like 12-13 minutes and triggered by the sensitivity, it's no longer an issue, it's better now. I also turned on the coordinates so I could locate where I am, which was very, very helpful and definitely made this challenge easier. I also looked up some tips on where to find another fortress, and it looked like it spawns 100 blocks or so away from where you initially start at the nether, and going north and east is the best trick. So I figured I'd start with that as my plan. And also to make sure my portal didn't keep getting attacked, I built this really janky hut around it. Figured it'd be a good idea. And after that, I mined my way to explore the nether, as running the overworld nether is rather scary. I already got enough demons of reality haunting me, I don't need demons of Minecraft haunting me too. So here we are now 2 weeks later, as exploring the nether really didn't sound too fun and I wasn't exactly that motivated to do it. But between these parts, they announced the Switch too, and yeah, that sounds pretty cool. The price sounds not pretty cool. I'm not sure when you're seeing this video too, so the pricing situation might be a lot worse at this point. I'm hoping it's better, but it probably is worse. As for the gameplay, I didn't make much progress. I found this jaded forest place in the nether which looked pretty cool, and was loaded with endermen. But I'll need to farm these steamrolled shadows later on, because my goal right now was to find a nether fortress. Which it was like hiding with Waldo or something, because the odds of me finding it were about the same odds the world is going to survive the shitstorm we're in right now. I did get pretty angry and I just took it out in the forest, just completely destroying it. I don't really have a good reason why. Probably to make charcoal, or just feel like I accomplished something, or to demonstrate how much we're screwing over the environment. See, let's just skip really far ahead to the future. I cut out so much trying to find the fortress. Oh, I die here. This truly was taking forever. I was considered contracting someone to do it for me. Like I'd put like a posting on Indeed, and I would do my best to make it better than most of posting on Indeed, where a lot of them will list a job description that your job actually doesn't end up being. The best ones will give a salary range, which you can always assume it will be the lowest number in the range. Many will say it's just a competitive offer. It'll likely say you're working in one city, but in reality you're going to work in another. And then it'll also say that you can have flexible hours and you can work from home sometimes. And then it'll make you work 7 days a week. That's corporate America, everyone. So my post will be a bit better as long as I just make it so it's 6 days. And you can play Minecraft. For the gameplay, I did get all my stuff back, but after losing 34 levels, which sucked. I also skipped a lot of it too. Not only was I mining a ton in the Nether, but I kept running out of iron pickaxes, so I went back to get more iron. It was just a whole mess. Fast forward to here, it's where it says I get the hot tourist destination. So I've been to every single Nether biome, and have not found the goddamn fortress. Hold on. Is that a fortress? I'm mining down here to try to get a better view of what it was, to try to get to the open area. So it's... Oh, fuck me. Okay, that idea was not the best. As the kids would say, that was not a lit idea. So that stupid crap out of the way, I am pretty sure I found the fortress. I now must make a safe path to it. Cue the montage. And just like that, we made it to the fortress. Yeah. Fuck this place.
I hate you.
Nether fortress.
I hate you.
Killing the blaze and farming the rods was much easier. They die pretty easily and respawn right away. I didn't even have to explore the forest to find the spawner. So yeah, all that time spent was just for this. So after that, I ran back to home base. Oh, it's Come Enjoyer. I kind of forgot about you with all these struggles. I got a few things prepared, and back to the Nether I ran, as we got another chapter coming up.
I love lamp. Do you really love the lamp, or are you just saying it because you saw it? I love lamp. I love lamp.
I was excited for this part too. This is going to be much easier. I just have to kill Endermen and get their pearls. And I already know where they are too. You may recall that earlier in this video, I found some kind of strange Nether jungle. So that's where I ran off to kill the lanky shadows, who they have a big problem. They are taller than 2 blocks high, which I am not. So as long as I stand under a place that is only 2 blocks of height, they can't hit me. Naturally, I got bored when doing this and tried to get fancy, just running up to them and killing them. Got me killed several times. But look, if you've been watching the gameplay for this long, and this is the part where you're disappointed with my skill, I warned you at the beginning. I don't know what you're expecting from me. I'm the kind of guy when I shave my balls, I'll end up at the hospital, but it'll be because I have a 3rd ball now. I don't know how you can do that, but I manage it. So yeah, when watching this gameplay, you might be disappointed. I personally have had a lot of practice at disappointing. Daddy always told me that. Oh, you might notice too, I've been using this gold sword, which is looting 3. I found it near the Nether portal. So I try to save it for the kill shot, and in doing so, I hopefully get more pearls dropped when I kill the Enderman. It worked out fairly well. Certainly it was much quicker to use this than making my own enchanted looting sword. Which at this point of the video, what time we at? Yeah, I gotta wrap this up. So I just kinda kept grinding and getting as many pearls as I could, and eventually got all the pearls I needed. I went back to the overworld. I saw these 2 zombies dying together. It was very romantic. I made the Eye of Ender. It's when you combine the Ender Pearl and the Blaze Powder. These are used to open the portal to the end, and the goal right now is to direct me to where the portal is. So let the journey begin.
Yo ho, a pirate's life for me. We pillage, we plunder, we rifle and loot. Drink up, me hearties, yo ho. We kidnap and ravage and don't give a hoot. Drink up, me hearties, yo ho. Yo ho, a pirate's life for me. We extort, we pilfer, we filch and sack. Drink up, me hearties, yo ho. Maraud and embezzle and even hijack. Drink up, me hearties, yo ho.
And we are back. What I have concluded is that the portal is underwater and also near an ocean monument that has a boss who is kind of a pain in the butt. This is extremely unoptimal.
My disappointment is immeasurable. And my day is ruined.
I did find like this other half nether portal along the way. That was kind of cool. Also, there was an island of mushrooms. That was sweet. But yeah, I have to find a way to go like to the bottom of the ocean to find this portal. There was an island somewhat close to where the portal is about, and I really don't know how to cleanly dig underwater, especially with like this goddamn ocean boss lurking around or something. So I figured the best plan would be to dig a tunnel from the island to about where the portal is under the ocean. Which, if that sounds like an annoying grind to you, it is. I figured it'd be a bit like this, but I had no idea this challenge would be this grindy. This video has more grinding than an overly packed nightclub. But I am too far into this to turn back now. I am digging my way to that portal room. Ah, shit, I think there's a witch over there. Those things are a bitch. Maybe I can give it some of these jewels or something to leave me alone. Bitches love jewels. Ah, shit. I could remind it that's doing better than Gal Gadot's Evil Queen, because she blew that witch roll harder than, like, the Falcons blew that one Super Bowl. Fuck me. Yep, as this game slowly loads, I still have no idea why this version of Minecraft's so crappy, but it is. You're seeing me load back at my home base, which is nowhere close to the portal room. God damn it. So while I contemplated quitting not just the game, but life itself, I decided to get more iron, eye of enders, and some more meat. And then did the full migration over to the new island. It was quite annoying to do twice, and I really hoped I wouldn't have to do it a third time. Well, that's awkward. My battery died. But yes, I made it back to the new island in hopes to continue my progress. I was actually really surprised my stuff was still all there. I generally didn't know where the witch was. Maybe she got like an Uber or something to a better world. But yeah, my task was still to find the portal. And this cave did not actually have the answer. I drowned while trying to find it too, so I was kind of tired when I was filming this. But I could bring this bit back.
What kind of place is this?
I'm gonna skip forward quite a bit, as, like most things on this quest, finding the stronghold where the end portal is took a lot of time. I'm hoping someone can invent a 30-hour day or something where I would just have more time for this. And please, no, do not fill that with more work. I already have enough of that. But yeah, you can see here in the footage I found an underground mine shaft, which I figured this must be where it is. And I had a bunch of iron, which is always helpful. Although I kept getting mining fatigue, which was rather annoying. Especially as when you drink milk that's supposed to fix it, it would just come back. And even more annoying, the stronghold was not fucking here. This was just some random mine shaft. So goddammit, I gotta go back to figuring this out. And I really hope it isn't near the ocean boss who keeps giving me this mining fatigue. I mean, he sucks more than Steven Seagal does, and goddamn, that guy's a waste of a human being. So what to do? Well, I did make some more eye of enders from earlier. So I threw a bunch around the water and came up with a 10x10 grid where it possibly could be. The only thing I did not know was the height, but I'll just zone in on that area and see what I can find. I also gotta note that digging under an ocean is quite insane, as the ocean can flood on you so easily. I think of real world applications, like they have that tunnel that goes between London and Paris that goes under the English Channel. That is an engineering marvel right there. That is impressive. And also must have been very risky to make. I did find this lake under the ocean, so now the goddamn water's multi-leveled. But this is the zone where I'm supposed to explore. And figured why not go below the lake? And you know what there was? But the motherfucking stronghold. Once I got in, finding the portal was really easy. So I finally had completed this part. I can get all my last preparations done. I made a bunch of swords. I had the exact number of eyes I needed. That was close. I would have had to run back to make more if I didn't. I also placed a bed right next to the portal so I can always respawn there. I also had to kill a bunch of silverfish as they had a worse breakout than pimples on a teenager. But yes, it is strategy time. I know all you nerds out there have like this great way of killing the Ender Dragon. Well, I'm pretty toast on this now because I've been at this for so goddamn long. I do know there's like these healing blocks on top of the towers all around the dragon. I gotta take those down first, and then you attack the dragon itself. But I have a secret weapon. I have unlimited respawns. I will be able to suicide bomb at him for as long as I can personally live. Which may not be too long, as this challenge has toasted me. But goddamn, I will throw so many bodies at this pickle bitch. This fight will be nothing but a death montage. So with all that said, cue the music.
And I'm Ron Burgundy. Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
Alright, just gotta jump in here. This is the part where I realized I could have used more pickaxes. I didn't make those when I started this. You also may have noticed I had an enchanted bow near the start. It was for long distance attacks. Well, I lost that shit, so I guess I ain't doing that. But we can get back to the montage here. I believe I was running back to make pickaxes. Okay, I gotta pause the montage here again. Me backing off that tower was one of the most embarrassing deaths I've ever had, and I've had a lot of them. That was not my finest moment. Phew. That wasn't too bad. It only took like 30 Mies to take him down. Oh, and there is the achievement. The Xbox version had to be bad and slow as hell one final time. How in the hell do you get this egg? It just keeps warping around. Okay, I looked it up and you need a piston or something to push it, which I do not have and at this point do not want. As I did my one goal and I beat the Ender Dragon by myself. It was quite the journey. This took 2 months of playing on and off to do. And it is definitely my longest video to date. So huge kudos to you if you've actually made it this far. And if my Minecraft skills disappointed you, just note that all my skills disappoint me on a daily basis, so this video is really no different. I hope you had fun watching it too. And I think I said this after my last video, but I really gotta look into shorter challenges.